We've been buddy boating around the Bahamas with our friends Bridget and Hunter and are currently in Eleuthera. Today we're going to cross the Devil's Backbone, which is a narrow cut that you need to take on a very calm day.
Are you ready to cross the Devil's Backbone? Apparently like this section between East Eleuthera and Spanish Wells is called the Devil's Backbone because you're kind of taking this channel where there's reefs on both sides. And I want to say the history of it is there's like a ship that shipwrecked on those reefs. But apparently it's like a big shipping channel. Barges go across it all the time and the conditions are super calm today. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
It's the Bohemian boob job.
Amazing.
It happens every time, I wonder how. But I can see my life so clearly now. Dared ourselves away from home, further out each passing day. Gravel road towards the sea. I blink and I remember you and me.
In 1648, there was a group of colonists called the Eleutheran Adventurers who were shipwrecked here. This area still remains a threat to ships and has been the site of several shipwrecks throughout history. Honestly, with how much everyone talks about how scary the Devil's Backbone is, I was not expecting it to be like a highway of boat traffic. You can hire a local to escort you through this cut. I'm sure they know the waters even better than the charts do. Going through the Spanish Wells Channel was a little nerve-wracking. It was kind of windy out, and you can't tell if a ship is coming from the other direction.
I can see my life so clearly now.
Thankfully, we were able to get anchored right before this big storm rolled through. We were not fans of the protection we were getting in this anchorage, so we ended up moving across the bay and anchoring right outside of Bluff Settlement. We're going over to Meek's Island to see the pigs today. This is a very touristy thing. The pigs were brought in for tourists, and I know that. I am still excited. I love pigs, so I'm really, really excited to see them. And yeah, we're planning to go early in the morning before tour groups show up, so hopefully we'll just get to see them a little bit. I've been waiting for this since we got here, so.
Oh my god! I'm gonna cry. They're making more baby pigs as we speak.
Aren't you a big pig? It's like, oh my god, there's so many little pigs.
This was a dream come true for me. We brought them some cut up apples and some bread as a snack. I would have brought them other fruits and vegetables if we had them to spare, but it can be really hard to find fresh stuff down here.
Would you like an apple? Sit down, sit down.
You want an apple?
Ooh.
Look at all your babies. I'm trying to get a size reference to how large this pig is.
This pig is gigantic. You want to help you, little babe? Oh.
They're so stinking cute. I literally almost cried at how tiny some of them are.
Dude, this pig loves you.
He's calm.
I think he might be a little too little for an apple.
Yeah, I think he's just a nursing guy. Can we put you down?
You're a good little pig. You're a good little pig.
Oh, little baby pig.
It's okay, we'll just take this one home.
We'll just have a boat pig. Everybody says get a dog, we'll get a pig.
You know, you were scary in the beginning, but you're just real. This is a real pig. We are back on the boat after a very bumpy dinghy ride. The mom pig was sitting, which was so cute, but you can see how wet I got from the dinghy ride back.
It's only like 9 in the morning.
I know, I feel like I'm like, oh, okay, good day. But then it was like, oh, okay, we have the whole day ahead of us, so now I'm making some water. I'm recording everybody. Everybody can be in the shot.
Hi, Mom. Last time Bridget and Hunter were over here. Where are we?
Bluff Settlement?
Bluff Settlement. They met somebody who introduced them to sheep ton Souse.
The Souse.
And they loved it. So we made an order and we got some and we're gonna try it.
It's a breakfast sheep tongue stew soup kind of thing.
I thought it would be like a red for some reason. Sauce.
I was thinking like almost like a dark brown. Oh.
It's more like chicken broth looking. I'm gonna try the bread first because that
Good
sounds
introduction.
safe.
Here, I'll grab a piece.
So this, what kind of bread is this? Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It's like a sweet bread.
It kind of tastes like beer bread.
You don't know what beer bread is?
No.
You guys didn't live close enough to Wisconsin.
We have beer cheese for pretzels, but not beer bread.
It tastes like beer bread. For all of the other people out there who know what that is.
Now you gotta try some sheep tongue. Just think of it as something else.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do this.
You got it.
I'm not. Can I try this really tiny piece?
Give the people what they want.
I am. It's a sheep's tongue.
You got it.
It's just sheep.
It's just sheep. Yeah.
It's just.
We've eaten cow tongue before.
We have?
You didn't tell her?
In tacos. Very popular Mexican taco dish. Very tender.
It is good.
Now I can understand why the sheep were protecting it in their mouths so
The
well.
broth is also really good.
It's really good. It's really salty for morning.
Yes.
For me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
It's
more
like
cultural
8:30
difference.
in the morning.
very salt-loaded soup for breakfast.
Yeah, it's very salty. That was like the most tender piece of meat I've ever had,
It's really good.
which is kind of crazy. Not what I was expecting. I was worried it was going to be chewy, but it is not chewy. No.
Well, now that the scary part's done, you guys have already tasted it. We know it's safe.
Exactly.
You gonna go with the meat first?
I'm gonna go a little bit of everything. I wanna taste it in its traditional fashion.
Patrick's vibing.
It's good.
The fact that you can't tell the potato from the meat because it's just both
the
so
same.
soft.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A
No,
little
that's
salty.
it is a little salty.
Make sure you get your electrolytes in for the day, you know?
Which I feel like it only feels really salty because it's breakfast.
That might be true. If we were eating it at dinner time, we might not think about it.
No, that's super good though.
And they only
It's
sell it on
fine.
Saturdays.
If you're in Bluff Settlement, go to we went to the Island City restaurant. You gotta talk to Kathy. And then
Kathy's
Kathy's cousin will hook you up with some of the best soup you've ever had.
And you gotta pre-order.
Well,
It'll
it's
be
not
sold
soup.
out.
They don't call it soup.
They don't call it.
Souse.
It's the
Souse.
Souse.
Still might be saying it wrong. I'm not sure.
After a morning of enjoying some sheep tongue souse, we met back up in the afternoon to go diving and see if we could find anything for dinner. We swam around enjoying the water and looking at the sea life when Patrick spotted a large clinging crab hiding along the rock wall. Lobster season is over, but these crabs are still legal. They're actually not commercially fished. Hunter was the only one brave enough to grab the crab. We used the claws to make some fried rice for dinner.
Now that looks like some crab. Just the aesthetic crab shot. Okay, here's my ride. We're going to go test out a spinnaker for the first time over on JoJo. Let's try not to split it in half, I guess. Hunter and Bridget said they wanted to try out sailing with their spinnaker because they haven't had a lot of successful sails with it in the past. I tagged along and we went on a little sail around the bay.
Spinnaker going up.
What are you doing, Timber? What are you doing? Is that your spot? It's like a little window. Good. There you go. Yes, dude! Look at that! Need the ultra wide angle to get this bad boy.
He is a beaut.
Timber, did you have a life jacket on?
All lines clear, time for home.
Overall successful spinnaker test?
Absolutely.
I mean, nothing, it didn't tear, which is...
That's a win.
That was like a 50-50 chance, I thought.
And we got it back in the bag.
Back in the sock. Alrighty, our new sewing machine is really paying for itself. As I mentioned in the last video, when I went to pull up the mainsail, it tore. Today, Hunter and I are going to repair that tear. It's a small enough tear that we don't really need to take the mainsail all the way down like last time. We'll just patch it while it sits on the hard top. First, we are going to remove the old seam. Next, we added sail tape to help reinforce the area. We also added basting tape to give it some extra strength and hold it in place as we sewed it together. Unfortunately, we still don't have a replacement for the fuse that popped on our machine, so we still have to turn it by hand. Thankfully, this isn't that large of a patch. After the first side was done, we added basting tape to the other side of the sail tape and sewed that down as well. We added some extra thread where needed. Hopefully we'll retire this old mainsail soon.
This is incredibly random. When I was little, I really loved making jewelry. I did a lot of those like tie bracelets where you tie the string, and a little bit of more stuff with my mom. Like we'd make like little simple earrings and stuff, and I always really loved it. But it's not something I've done in my adult years at all. But before we left, I got some supplies to make jewelry here. And Patrick actually bought me this pearl necklace for our 10-year anniversary. So I did not make that. But I did make this necklace, which I thought they went well together. It's the seashell and the pearl. And then I made these and a little bracelet. And it was just really, really fun. I know you guys know that I like to draw. I always do the little animations for our channel, and I do other art outside of that. But yeah, I do have other passions for being creative. So I'm hoping to be able to lean into that more in our lifestyle and have a little bit more time to be creative and enjoy it.
I'm excited to learn a new skill today. Hunter is going to show me how to splice a 3-strand rope, and then together we are going to try to figure out how to splice a double braided rope. We decided to come over to Hunter and Bridget's boat for a lesson on how to splice rope. But we've never done this before, so I thought, why not just struggle through it on camera, because it'll be funny that way.
Recording every minute of it, and 2 hours later, we'll have a nice video.
Yeah, Michaela will cut it down to 45 seconds. Yeah.
So the first thing you're going to want to measure is your working length, and then we'll put a piece of tape to measure that. So basically, just taking the end, this is about the splice length that we want.
Okay.
You're going to want about 6 inches left over to work with to feed through, and we'll put a piece of tape to mark.
I gotcha.
That's
right
everything
there.
you're feeding through. Yeah.
You want to separate the 3.
The way a splice works is it's basically just feeding it the opposite direction over and under the other lines.
Splicing rope is the process of weaving or tucking the strands of a rope back into itself to create a strong, secure loop. It maintains much more of the rope's original strength than tying a knot. First, we started with a 3-strand splice, and it took a second to get the hang of, but wasn't too bad. I was getting criticized. I think I was a little too in the zone at the end here. We just kept going. But we have to do this for our anchor chain. So, kind of good to know how. Next step, burn off the ends.
Yep.
With what?
Rope cutter.
Ooh, a rope cutter.
The way his face lit up.
Hey, you love a good single-purpose tool.
Yeah.
After we finished splicing the first rope, we used a hot knife to cut off the extra ends. And now we have it. A double spliced rope.
Woo!
Should we go test it on something?
What?
I don't
I
know.
love a tug of war
Let's put it
outside.
between our boats and then boat back down.
I think you guys should each go in your dinghy and hold it.
Well, the strength test will be we'll both lean back. Somebody should video this better.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening right now.
Is it so strong that we're both willing to fall down the stairs? I feel good. Thank you for teaching me, Hunter.
No worries.
Let's try the way worse one now.
Yeah, let's do double braid. I've never successfully done this. So,
Try.
this might not turn out the greatest.
But we gotta learn somehow.
Yeah, we're gonna keep practicing. This is my 5th attempt.
My first attempt.
3rd attempt in 2 days.
We got little instructions here. All right.
So everything for double braid is measured based off of fid length.
The double braid was way harder than the 3-strand, and Hunter and I had to work together to understand the instructions on the page. It took a long time, but slowly we made progress. We're almost out of battery, Hunter. This has to be it.
I can do it. No. I pulled the fit out. Is the little rope in there? I see a little rope.
A little rope!
Da-da-da-da.
It just doesn't want to feed in anymore.
The funniest part of this project was having Hunter run the line using his body weight to try to pull the rest of the line inside of itself to finish the splice. It's so close. Is this the closest you've ever gotten?
Yeah. Oh, this is by far the best we've ever gotten.
This is why you're trying so hard.
Oh, it's going in.
You feel the success coming?
Yeah. Start from the back. Get the full, every little bit of sheath.
The camera roll? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. We've fully buried it. It goes up to about here. The taper ends about here. I'd call it a full strength splice.
Nice.
I would love to get it just like a little bit
more
shorter, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
Okay, now we're gonna send you up the mast on this guy.
Absolutely, I'd go up and ask. The braking strength is probably still like 20 times my weight. Let's cut the ends. You want to give me some tension?
Yeah, sure.
Never cut towards yourself. Always cut towards a Patrick.
That's fair. Look at that splice.
Looks good.
Most successful splice yet.
Best one to date. Only took us, what, an hour for a single splice?
We learned a lot.
Definitely learned a lot.
Overall. I mean, this is like classic just hanging around sailboat day, you know?
Yeah.
Learning something new, honing a new skill.
I'm proud of this.
I'm proud of it too.
Good job, love. Oh, looks really good.
Recently, while we were motoring down the ICW in North Carolina, our drive leg failed and we ended up anchoring in the channel and calling a towboat. This led to an almost 2-month repair on anchor where Patrick rebuilt a drive leg that a friend gave us. And then we beached the boat and swapped out the rebuilt one with our busted one. After that, we took off, tired of being cold and wanting to get south as quickly as possible, which means that we didn't take apart our original drive leg to figure out what was going wrong.
Today's the day we finally find out what was wrong with our drive leg. And hopefully, it's not too busted. Hunter came over to help me take apart the drive leg. Last time, it probably took me a couple weeks to get the drive leg apart, but I know these Select drive legs inside and out now, which means this should go a lot quicker.
After 20 minutes of sawing, we finally get to see if it comes off.
Oh, it's turning. See, this is how easy it should turn. We shouldn't have to
Just little taps.
destroy the cone to make it happen, you know? Hunter, you make a great apprentice in drive leg repairs.
Thank you, thank you.
I was just teasing Hunter. He is actually a mechanic.
Let's see how mangled the inside is.
Sparing you all the boring detail, I got this drive leg almost all the way apart in just about one afternoon. So much faster than last time. Just wanted to see what was wrong with it. I don't know. My dad has the other drive legs and one of them I think is the same. So I'm gonna have him check the dimensions and see if the bottom is the same. I think in an emergency scenario, it'd be okay to use this guy. But you can kind of see the scoring here, obviously, which I'm not actually that worried about, but in here, and I worry that that's where the bearing sits, and if it's not sitting in there well, it's just going to break again, because even just like a little bit of movement is no good for them. I didn't really feel the need to show it, because I feel like everybody's seen enough of this thing, including myself.
Like we thought a bearing did pop inside the drive leg, it unfortunately did a lot more damage to the casting than we thought it would have. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on our next adventure.
My life so clearly now. Dared ourselves away from home, further out each passing day. Gravel road towards the sea.